So Venom came out this past weekend. I saw it and it was... Alright, I didn't like the movie. I know a lot of people did, and if you're watching this and you like the movie, that's fine. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just letting you know right out the gate that I agree with the 69% of critics who thought it was a bad film. And really, it doesn't matter what I think. Judging from the box office from this past weekend, we're gonna get a Venom 2. It's all but guaranteed. That is, unless Disney decides to buy Sony Pictures as well. Now, I don't want to review the movie today. I'll go more in depth with my opinion on the film on this week's Wulff Den Live. Today, I want to talk about the inevitable sequel that we'll be getting. Because regardless of what I personally thought of the movie, a sequel to Venom would be a great way to fix what didn't work the first time around and try again to present the true, ultimate Venom experience. And who better to give advice on how to make the sequel than some asshole on the internet. Spoilers for Venom in 3, 2, 1. So the actual ending of Venom does set up a sequel fairly well. At the end of the movie, both Eddie Brock and the alien symbiote have come to mutually agree to live together and only use their abilities to hurt bad people. An actual symbiotic relationship, if you will. Basically, do you remember the scene from the trailer where Eddie says that we're only gonna hurt bad people, and the infamous turd in the wind scene? Both of those occur at the very end of the movie, signifying that Eddie and the symbiote are now one. So there's that, but there's also the first post-credits scene where Eddie is going to San Quentin Penitentiary to interview a particularly dangerous inmate. Now, I don't remember if the inmate's name is explicitly said on screen, but regardless of whether or not it is, it's pretty obvious that it's Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage. And if it wasn't obvious enough, they have him flat out say, when I get out of here, there's gonna be Carnage. Now, this is pretty significant because Carnage really is Venom's most iconic antagonist. He's a classic example of the dark reflection of a hero archetype. And what's unique about Carnage is that he's a dark reflection of Venom, who himself is a dark reflection of Spider-Man. So you have a dark reflection on top of another dark reflection.
Fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
Yeah, sure, it's 90s comic book excess taken way too far, but it winds up working here, and there have been some pretty good Carnage stories over the years, including 2 pretty popular 16-bit video games. A song from one of them will be used in the end card of this episode, by the way. Now, it is important to note that Carnage isn't just another alien symbiote like Riot was in the Venom movie. Carnage is actually the offspring of Venom. The Venom symbiote reproduces, and that offspring bonds the serial killer Cletus Cassidy.
Your offspring! Offspring! Yes, we recall replicating.
And because Carnage is basically Venom's son, Venom feels a personal responsibility to stop Carnage from spreading by any means necessary, and that includes teaming up with mortal enemy Spider-Man. After all, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That link between Venom and Carnage is essential to their dynamic. Venom, on some level, has to feel responsible for the creation of Carnage. If the filmmakers can remember to put that in the sequel, then they have the foundation of a very good story on their hands. And they don't really have to do anything crazy and outlandish with the plot or bog the whole thing down with too many side stories. Just the simple tale of Venom having a hand in Carnage's creation is enough. He doesn't even have to be Carnage's father. As long as he has a hand in the creation of Carnage, that's all you really need. He has to feel responsible. He has to be responsible on some level. But of course, the filmmakers have to do something more than just have Venom fight Carnage. After all, they're trying to bounce back from a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not easy to do. Just ask Warner Brothers. And besides, having it just be Venom vs. Carnage really wouldn't make it that much different from the first movie. The climax of the first movie was Venom fighting Riot, so you would imagine that a movie about Venom fighting Carnage would essentially look the same. You have to up the ante. You have to make the sequel more compelling, more engaging, and overall just more interesting. And there's one surefire thing that they can do in order to accomplish this mission.
Hey everyone.
No, I am not gonna let this go. Carnage is literally Spider-Man's evil doppelganger times 2. He's the ultimate realization of Peter Parker's nightmare of just what could have happened had he let the alien symbiote take full control of him. Having Spider-Man team up with Venom in the comics to stop Carnage was a real learning experience for the character. It showed Spider-Man that sometimes compromises need to be made in order to save the day. But then again, in the Maximum Carnage storyline, Spider-Man firmly establishes his belief that Venom's methods don't work, and it's possible to stop Carnage without stooping down to his level. Maybe, I don't know, I didn't really like this story all that much. The point is, adding Spider-Man to Venom 2 will go a long way to making it a much more memorable experience than Venom 1. After all, you can't have another movie where a giant goop monster fights another giant goop monster. And Woody Harrelson in a bad wig won't be enough to separate Carnage from Riz Ahmed's Riot. Having Spider-Man in there would add a new dynamic, not just visually with having an actual human being fight two monsters, but also from a storytelling perspective. We've seen how Venom would fight another symbiote, but we don't know how Spider-Man, somebody who doesn't have the same abilities as Venom or Carnage, would have to do it. Plus, Tom Holland's Spider-Man quips are miles ahead of Tom Hardy's Venom quips. If you want to make the movie funnier, and they clearly wanted to make Venom 1 funny, add that kid to it, trust me. And look, everybody knows that Venom and Carnage are Spider-Man villains. People are already asking why Spider-Man isn't in this movie. It's just a matter of time before they get fed up with the idea that Spider-Man is never going to cross over with Venom. I mean, people aren't happy that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine can't cross over with the Avengers. Do you think they're going to be happy knowing that Spider-Man and Venom will never meet in a movie outside of Spider-Man 3? And let's be real honest with ourselves here. People love Spider-Man. They love Spider-Man a hell of a lot more than they do Venom and Carnage combined. Keeping him out of this series for any extended period of time will only hurt it in the long run. So yeah, that's what I think they should do with a sequel to Venom. But again, that's just what I think they should do. What do you think they should do? Should they stick with Carnage or go in a completely different direction? Let me know down below or anywhere on the internet. I'm not asking whether or not you think they should add Spider-Man to the sequel, because I'm just going to assume you agree with me. After all, when has adding Spider-Man to anything made it worse? In the description below, I put some Amazon affiliate links to some comics that sort of tie in with the theme of this video. Some comics I think you'll really enjoy, including Maximum Carnage. Maybe you'll enjoy it a little bit more than I did. Should really give this book another try. Of course, don't forget to check out Wulff Den Apparel, the best clothing line on YouTube, says me. And remember that we have new videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday with the new season of The Backlog. And as always, Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern is Wulff Den Live. So subscribe to see all of that, like this video, and share it with a friend who's also curious as to what they could possibly do for Venom 2. I mean, we know they're going to do Carnage, but maybe they want to know the right way to do Carnage. And that is to add Spider-Man. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.